You see, there's a whole debate about tithe, giving, offering, scandal, pastors coming, and all of that. It's funny, but the real problem, I think, is greed. We are greedy. We think only about ourselves. Pastors tell you that you are going to get heaven and earth when you sow a seed. You want to use 10,000 naira to get 10 million. You're giving out of greed. Now, the pastor doing that, he's scamming you out of his own greed too, because he needs money. Now, when the pastor gets this money, there is nothing wrong with giving to church if the church uses the money for what is right. The Bible said in Acts chapter number 2, verses 42, it said they devoted themselves to the apostles' teachings, to the breaking of bread, and then to fellowship. They shared. When Jesus gathered people, he didn't take anything from them. He didn't take tithe, he didn't take offering, but he was very interested in feeding them. He was very interested in their welfare. He was very interested in taking care of them. Pastors don't care how their members survive. Instead, when they go out there in this tough economy, as difficult as Nigeria is, they only care about themselves and their families, build an empire and hand it over to their children. And the members, because the nation is frustrating them, they don't even know how and where their next meal comes from. They are short of ideas. They don't have ideas anymore. They don't even know what to do. They resort to easy ways of making money. Sow and be blessed, like money doublers that we used to have in the old. So greed is the problem. The church is supposed to be a bridge between the rich and the poor. Now we belong to same family. Pastors should take money from the rich and build foundations and build things that the poor can benefit from. Because how can my elder brother or my younger brother be rich and I'm poor? Do you understand that? As an elder brother, the moment I'm rich, it will affect my family, except they now prove to be wasteful, but definitely it will affect them. But when the pastor takes from the rich, he takes for himself, greed. When the pastor takes from the poor, he takes for himself. We go to church hungry. They broke shame those who can't even give. You may not agree with this, but the real problem is greed. If the money that comes into the church takes care of the church, and when I'm talking about the church, the ecclesia, I'm not talking about the building, I'm talking about the people. For the gospel, do you realize that a man who is hungry will not effectively practice righteousness? Very few can do that. Why? Because definitely you can't be hungry and not dupe somebody. You can't be hungry and not steal from somebody. Once your children are hungry, you compromise. You can't be hungry and not compromise. So if we want to build a sane environment, a sane society, we should look out for each other. I'm a pastor. I've been with pastors. I know how these things work.